Adventures of the Super Sons, issue 1. Peter J. Tomasi writing, Carlo Barberi on the art. So Carl didn't finish the original Super Sons, so he didn't read this either. But me and Matt, I assume Matt read it.
Yeah. Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
It was the first thing I read this week.
Oh, really? Okay.
It came out of the gun.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So this really does feel like he had another year of Super Sons in him, and because of the Bendis stuff, that was kind of shaking the whole lineup. So they just changed this to a mini and said, this is all set before Superman issue 1. Just go with it.
Yep.
So here
Just
we are.
go with it, and it's fine because
Yeah.
it's more of Damian being a jerk and correcting his teacher over stuff that they got wrong.
Yeah, well, what
and
was
John trying to teach Damian.
The teacher wanted a paragraph just basically to reiterate some information, and Damien handed in a 12-page college-level thesis.
Yep.
That does crack me up.
So,
but
he was on history, right?
Yeah, I think so. They're fighting a big Superman robot at the start. Basically, the Tinkerer is controlling the Superman statue.
The puppeteer.
The puppeteer, that's what it was. I'm sorry, there's too many villains that are like tinkerers, puppeteers, and toymans and whatnot. But Damien actually gets the controls, and he punches Superboy a couple of times with the statue before he snaps it in half. He's like, "Oops! Oh, it's a daisy. I've punched him. Oh, I've stomped on him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame."
Oh, stomped on him too, and John knows what's going on. He's known Damien enough. Yeah, so he's like, "Oh, thanks, man." Like,
in fact,
and they go back to their HQ.
Yeah.
It's been fixed since the last one, which I thought. Again, this is just Super Sons issue, whatever they would have been at.
This is just 17. It'll be.
Yeah.
But that's good because it's enjoyable, and I'm digging that this one's setting up a lot of stuff. It's setting up that they're off school for summer, and the parents are away doing different things, so they're kind of unsupervised. So we can basically have this 12-issue run of Kid Insanity. I thought the opening was kind of interesting. It was a very meta thing where Superboy was basically staring at the reader, saying, "Yep, I'm back." Because he might get popcorn as Damien was fighting the robot.
And letting Damien fight the statue by himself. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But so we get into the crux of the issue that there's some mysterious character that's coming from the dark side of the moon to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like there's multiple ones as we keep going back to them. And then so the Super Sons are in their base, and Damien's admonishing John for drinking so much soda. And he's like, "Yeah, but you know what? Kryptonian genetics and Mom, Dad don't let me drink it at home, so I'm going to drink as much as I can here." As he's carrying like 6 cases of it.
Yep.
Which I thought that was pretty fun. But they get a call to the Mall of Metropolis, which I don't know if that's supposed to be like the Mall of America or whatever. And it looks like Shaggy Man's attacking.
But he's smaller. He's like an adolescent.
But he's small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
so they fight. Yeah, go ahead.
So basically it's like, okay, so he's not alone. There's other people there with him. This is an evil team. Yep. And what we get is, and it's kind of funny given what's going on in Justice League, but they call themselves the Gang, but it's basically a childhood version of the Legion of Doom. We have a young bald
Justice Gang
kid. We have a young Joker. We've got a little Brainiac. Here's the names. We have Ace Princess, which is Captain Cold, basically. We have Kid Deadshot, Brainiac 6, Joker Jr., and then he's Rex Luthor, yeah. And they're from another planet, and they basically worship the villains of Earth, which is why they all have kind of modeled themselves after them. And they've come here to take out the Super Sons. And he puts on this glove, this super glove that he starts. It's got gold kryptonite in it, and he starts punching the shit out of Superboy. He claims that gold kryptonite will take away his powers indefinitely. So we'll see how true that is going to be. But I like the idea though of a few issues of John having no powers and how Damien treats him and how they deal with their relationship in that situation. I think that could be interesting. But no, I got a kick out of this. As soon as they revealed this young Legion of Doom with the young bald kid as the Lex Luthor and stuff, I was like, oh, I'm into this. This is wacky and fun.
I just want to know what led to a kid looking at Shaggy Man going like, yeah, he's my favorite.
Clearly he's unstable. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Also, how did they get...
Yeah, definitely.
The rest of them are essentially wearing costumes, How did he like get the hair and the stuff? Maybe that's why he's a fan,
Yeah.
because he was already hairy and he thought, oh, I can relate to him.
Yeah, could be. So my only problem here is having to wait because this issue went by so fast.
Oh, it did, yeah.
Like, and I got to the end, I was like, oh, there's no more. So, you know,
Yeah, this was
if they wanted up the page count on this, I'd pay a little bit more or more.
This was a blast.
This feels nice to have back.
I think, you know, Super Sons dipped here or there a little bit, but ultimately was usually really fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is all of its strengths just like coming back. It's them, the relationship. They've got their base back up and running. It feels like it's going to be them with their own arch nemesis here. Because I think one of the things that suffered a little bit in the original book was that the Kid Amazo stuff got a little bit old as time went on.
Yeah.
And that kind of suffered a little bit because of it. But I feel like here this just hit the ground running, and it feels like we've not missed a beat. So,
nope.
Thumb up.
Felt right where we left off. Right, very good.
And the art was solid. It was very, you know, very. It's very expressive, very, you know, overly so because it's meant to be kids, and colors are very bright and bold. So,
well,
no complaints.
Yeah, and you can tell where George Jimenez has left an impact on these characters because it looks like it's the Jimenez designs that they're drawing from. So, which feels good because Jimenez was the main artist. Which, remember when it was supposed to be the other guy? Or was that on Teen Titans?
I think that was Teen Titans you were thinking of, I think.
Remember. Okay, never mind then. So my point was going to be, remember when we didn't have Jimenez, but I think Jimenez has always been on Super Sons. Anyways.
I think he was for a long time.
Really enjoyable.
He did leave eventually, and I think it was Burberry who joined up, but yeah.
That took over.
But yeah, so even the fact that it's the same artist I think we had for the last few issues of Super Sons that's staying on is just kind of, hey, it's just more Super Sons, which is good. So it does mean though that weird omnibus thing they announced that was like meant to be the complete Super Sons is now not, because there's another 12 issues that's going to be added onto it, which will make it more of an omnibus because before it was only like 16 to 20 issues. But
so I'm sure they'll have the second omnibus after this is all wrapped up.
Second deluxe,
Another one.
So that was good. So how about you rating it, Matt?
Oh, this is 8.5. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. 8.5. I was tempted to go half a point lower, but you know what? No, I had so much fun. I can't really say.
No, I'm not going to argue with Super Sons, though.